Welcome everybody to the 11th video of this awesome HTML series. In this, well, not actually HTML anymore, it's more of a web dev series now. In this episode, we'll be diving into a completely new language. Now, this new language will be called CSS, and well, it kind of directly links between HTML and CSS, and there'll also be one extra one that we'll be going into later on into the series called JavaScript. Now, HTML makes the base actual website. CSS, which we'll be learning right now, will make the whole looks of it look nice, and we'll have JavaScript, which will make the all the functionality. Now, if you haven't watched my previous videos, please do watch those, as all those concepts in there, like those that we have used in HTML, I will be going over all of those in this video, so it will just be helpful to have those in the back of your mind. And I will be using VS Code. If you don't have VS Code installed, it's really simple. Just search up like online how to download VS Code, or VS Code download, ask AI or anything. And yeah, so without further ado, let's dive right into the code. Not that, sorry. Here I have some pre-built code. It's just like simple. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna here. Yeah. Now, welcome to CSS. In this episode, we'll be going over a new language. That language is called CSS. It's directly into HTML that we have already learned. Just some simple text. Okay, this can be anything you want. I just put in some like beginner stuff to work off of. So, over here, I have the second file called style.css. Now, this is where we'll be doing all of our CSS coding. And actually, if we want to link the two, okay, there's a special tag we have to do, which is called a link. Let's spell it right. A link tag. And yeah, it says rel style sheet. You just you can put that in on your own. And if you're in VS Code, it'll just come up as a suggestion. Click enter, and it'll pop up all this for you. Anyways, in this href, which you might recognize from our last episode where we were learning about anchor tags or links, href is short for hyperreference, and in this we will be putting the name of our style sheet, so that'll be style.css. Now, if we save this, the two of these files are now linked. So any thing that we put in this style.css thing, it'll automatically just apply the effects to the HTML file. Now over here, I can do all sorts of code. The base structure that I'll be using for this is, or actually for all of CSS, is you have the tag name, okay, in brackets, then you would put the style name colon style value. So this is just like a basic structure of what all CSS code kind of looks like. And yeah, so all of this is actually just not going to work, but we can use this to maybe apply some of the changes that we already know in CSS that you have learned in previous videos. So if I change this to whatever tag I want to do, say for example I want to apply it to this h1 tag, then I would go here and I would type in h1 here. Now, every style that I put inside of here will be applied to every h1 tag in the entire code. Here, if I do style name and I do, I don't know, maybe like, let's make the color, and we'll make the color something like light blue. And if we save this, and we go live, welcome to CSS. Yeah, so we can change the color of the CSS and make it something like maybe blue. Save that, and now it's blue. So yeah, you get the point. This isn't the only way you can actually insert CSS code into your HTML. If you wanted to, I'm just gonna copy this. You don't really have to put this here. Instead, what you could do is do style tag, and inside the style tag you can just put in whatever CSS code you want, and it'll automatically apply to the HTML code that you've already written. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna change back all this. Well, actually no, I'll just save this just so that you guys can see that, yep, it does indeed work. And if I bring this back, yeah, and save this. Now in style.css, I can put in multiple tags if I want. So I can do maybe HTML, which will apply this to the entire HTML thing. I might do background color is aqua. Save it, and now if you go here, the entire background is aqua. You'll also notice that I have a div tag over here. I can apply changes to that, like maybe if I go div and go, I don't know, background color, I'll do white. And now I go here. Yeah, now this entire bit is just plain white. Yep. One more thing. This is where those are, if you remember from, I think it was the 5th video, or maybe the 4th, in the series where we went over core attributes. If you guys remember the ID and style, ID and class, this is actually what they're used for. If I put in, I'm just gonna copy this, paste that in. And right now, if I save this, I go over to here. Oh my god. Yeah, you'll see that over here there'll be two, but see, both of them have the same style choice of like the white background. If you only want that to be on one div tag, what you can do is do a little bit of this and add an attribute onto the div tag of class is equal to, and we can do this as div1. Save this, and if I go here and I go div dot div1 and I save this, if I go back here, only the first one has it. And now if I change this to ID, well, it won't exactly work. Yeah, it kind of just breaks. For ID, you have to do a hashtag symbol, or pound, whatever you like to call it. And yep. So yeah, that is it for this episode. In the next couple of episodes, I'll be going over more and more things that you can do with this whole CSS thing. Bye now!